Bunjin. This arrangement will use a Chinese style container. This particular kind of arrangement was developed by our third headmaster, Honohara. So the Bunjin were the literati of Japan, and one of the things they love to do is study Chinese poetry. They love to collect items of antiquity from China. They love to paint, do paintings that were like sumi ink paintings of landscapes. This, on the other hand, is very free, but the materials that we choose tend to be materials that would be highlighted either in a painting or perhaps even in poetry in China. So, this first material, a lichen-covered branch, so what would this symbolize, or what would this potentially mean in poetry in China? Well, I think it would probably mean that this is a branch that's been around for some time. It's seen years of growth, long enough for this lichen and moss to actually grow on it. So we'll use wire to secure the material. If I could get you, Tom, to just hold the branch.
Right.
Just maybe hold it just like that. Can you hold it on this end? A lot of times, we're trying to tell a story with the materials we're using. And so this first part is kind of if you think of the Japanese aesthetic, wabi-sabi, but this is showing the beauty of older things. The beauty of time passing. We do tend to use wire when we have interesting technical things we need to do in a tall piece. But there are many different techniques we could use. But it worked out like this. It was quite easy to just combine those two materials. So this is umbrella pine. And when you think of using pine in an arrangement like this, one of the interesting things about evergreens is it's a way, especially in winter months, to celebrate life. So we can use stays or these sticks to try to keep the material in the arrangement the way we want. We call them tomi. Maybe like that green there. And so just trying to frame this. And so we're going to have three kinds of material in here. And the final piece will be this orchid that is taken out of its container and taken the moss from around its roots. Especially, I don't know, maybe in an hour or so, when the roots start to look gray, that's kind of the effect that we're looking for here. Of course, we could just cut the orchid, but by using the roots, we show the beauty of, what's giving the life to the orchid as well. So often in these arrangements, we want to highlight something that is very unique. It could really be just about anything that's unique or interesting. So if you take a trip down to the Asian section of the museum, you'll probably see references, or even in the kimono, to the pine, where the pine is drawn in such a way that they're like little clouds. You almost wouldn't know they were pine if someone didn't tell you that they were pine. You may not see orchid, but you would certainly see in a lot of these style paintings appreciation for something like a branch that had lichen on it. So typically not put something right in the center. And then finish it off with maybe an artifact of some kind. You bring balance and interest to the whole arrangement. And that's Bunjin.